Hey beautiful friends, I hope this finds you well. I want to talk about something that came to my meditation today. What would it be like if you could enter into a chamber where all your worries, your concerns, your fears would instantly disappear? Sounds great, right? Well, that chamber represents the now. What happens when you become fully present in the now? I've been thinking a lot about this lately because I have friends, I have clients who are struggling because they caught in anxiety, they caught in depression, and those are states of the past and the future. So we hear so much. There's an entire book by Eckhart Tolle, right? The Power of Now. We hear so many teachers speaking about the importance of being in the present moment, being in the now. And there's a great quote from an author, I can't remember his name, that said, in the present moment, there's no stress. And it's true. Now, why is it so hard for most of us, for most people, to get in the now? Well, let's just say you can instantly enter this chamber that I'm going to call the chamber where your stress disappears, the chamber of the now. You can just enter that chamber and right away experience this peace and bliss that is promised by a lot of spiritual teachers. And that's not true at all. That's actually spiritual bypassing teachers, I'm going to call. It's not true. What happens when you enter this space of the now? Let's say you make an intention. I'm going to learn, because you got to make a choice first. You got to change your mind. Maybe you there making a choice that you want to learn how to live in the now. The first thing that is going to show up in your body is a feeling, an emotion. That's why we say that feelings, the emotional body, is the portal to the divine, is the portal to this place of bliss and peace, if you will. You don't need to believe in anything, in God or source or a higher power. But if you want to experience this space, which are the qualities of the heart, the qualities of your soul, of peace, bliss, joy, well, you're going to first have to confront in the now what is present in your emotional body. If it is fear, you're going to be invited to confront that fear. If it's sadness, you confront the sadness. If it's grief, you confront grief. But not confronting in a sense like, I'm going to get over this. It's actually a confrontation when you bring a lot of compassion and you allow yourself to feel those emotions. Now, if you knew on this, I wouldn't do this process alone. I had a teacher, and I still work with a teacher that taught me that, and that's the work I do with a lot of clients. And this is not a sales pitch, it's just the reality. A lot of people don't experience the power of the now, don't want to be in the now, because first you're going to be flooded with what is already present within you. But the beauty is, if you learn how to sit with these emotions without fear that you're going to be stuck in that space, they will pass. And you start deepening that state of the now, and you experience a tremendous amount of peace and joy. You start tapping into that. And it might take a few times, or it might take one time. This process is not linear. So this chamber that you enter, that I call the now, that if your stresses disappear, is true. You might be left with that sadness, with whatever emotions you have not digested yet, you have not felt, and therefore released, metabolized. They're going to appear. So you have to be willing to feel those emotions. Those emotions are the portal to this blissful and peaceful place that you might be looking for. Is the portal to God, is the portal to the divine. That's why in my book, What Would Love Say, available on Amazon right now, my dedication that I wrote in that book is to my inner child, because the inner child is another way to say my emotional body, the emotions that have been trapped in my body, is your younger self. I dedicated the book to her because she has been the portal to God for me. I have a much closer relationship to God now. And when I say God, it's not a religious God, it's universal law, it's source energy, it's the creator, it's love with capital L, which I write a lot in my book. So that's the portal. And I know for sure, wherever you are in your life, you want peace, you want bliss, you want joy. And why you want those things? Because you were born with those qualities. Those are not temporary emotions. Those are attributes of the heart. You inherit these qualities because they're the qualities of universal law, the qualities of source, of God, God's energy. You have that, but you're going to have to first confront, face all the old emotions that are there, prohibiting, stopping you from experiencing your true nature. So enter this chamber of the now, see what comes up. And if you need support, please message me. You can learn how to do this work in 1 session, 10 sessions, 20 sessions. It all depends where you are in your path. And I'd love to support you on this. So much love to you and much more to come.